Hello and welcome back to Wild Arms 4. So, we did some stuff. Got to this Filgaia, and yeah. And some, yeah, we are just going to be continuing. I did do a little bit of grind on my own, not a ton, but a little bit. But yeah, so we're just gonna continue onwards, basically, into the Celesti Ruins. Past this town on top of the hill, there's a facility that used to house orphans. If we go there, we might be able to find out something about you and me, and perhaps something about what those adults are after. This town's in bad shape, too. Is this also because of the war? Towns like this aren't rare, kid. The town Lai lived in was this way, too. That war destroyed everything. I want to know more about the war. I feel like I need to learn all about this Filgaia I never knew of. I want you to tell me about it. The war started a long time ago. The flames of war spread quickly and soon engulfed all of Filgaia. The massive conflict was caused by two groups that split Filgaia in two. One of these was the Global Union, a group which consisted of the national leaders from around the world. The other group was known as the Congressional Knights, a conglomerate of citizens who opposed the Union's absolute rule. Dictatorship versus parliamentarism. Although the two groups were in direct opposition to one another, politically, they were basically fighting with the same purpose in mind. It was all for the future of Filgaia. Firm in their beliefs, the two sides clashed violently, and soon the flames of war engulfed all of Filgaia. As the fighting spread, the weapons that were used grew ever more powerful and brutal. Soon they were not only harming their enemies, but themselves as well. So the scars left by that war can still be seen throughout Filgaia. Yes. Okay. Oh no!
Get ready! That's the limit!
Travel guide 4.
Oops!
That's not.
Oh no!
Awesome. Bronze Moon. Okay. That seems to be all that's here, so let's leave. Dun, 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 dun. Awesome. Bum bum ba dum da da. But yeah, like I said, I kind of got myself to a comfortable.
What's that?
So to force my way through, I'll probably get hurt. I wonder if I can find another way to move it. Can I move objects between dun 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 dun? Can I move? I can. Awesome.
Full speed! I can't push it any further!
Blue chest. That was in the same hex.
stir things up.
Miss. Awesome. Dun dun dun. You don't have any duplicators. I remember. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Okay, well, how does...
Fire!
Come on.
Now watch me in action!
Dun dun dun. If Jude comes in contact with the ladder during a jump, he'll grab onto it. Use the directional buttons to climb up or down. Or you can just, you know, jump off. Okay.
Whoa, that was close! Customized sword! Single slash, like Henri taught me! Here I go! I've got to see for myself what I can accomplish.
Oh.
Huh?
Yes, I do know what duplicators do. 10 of them.
Jump! This should be interesting. I won't be afraid. My best.
Nice. Dun 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 dun.
Accelerator! Accelerate! Accelerate!
Okay, so I want to now get that chest. Dun 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 dun. Bum bum ba-dum. Fossils of ancient creatures from which arms are made. By using dragon fossils, you can improve the capabilities of arms. Excellent.
turn to show off!
Ba-dum bum bum.
Come on! Trying to end this!
Okay.
Jump! Huh?
Bum bum ba-dum bum. Well. Dun dun dun.
What is that thing?
Oh no! It's the souls of the Earthbound dead. We better watch out.
I must set them free from their suffering. Please, you must help me.
But
Now watch me in action!
I'm still okay. This should be interesting. I shall rend your flesh.
us from our suffering. The earth of this battlefield has become our dark prison.
We didn't have any other choice, did we?
Well, there we go. Let us recite holy verses and release these whispers of lament. I pray you will find peaceful rest. Focus on the warm feelings in your heart. Someday you shall find the path to the garden of Toldoka. Eh? After I left the facility, I lived in an abbey for a while, along with my foster father. He regretted his role at the facility and instead chose a life of helping others. That's where I learned those prayers. I wanted the power to protect people from suffering. No, by focusing on prayer, I wanted to protect myself. I wanted to forget about my power over arms. Well, okay then. The Global Union and the Congressional Knights. Though they fought one another, they ended up hurting themselves. In the end, everything was in ruins. The war raged on for 78 years. As time went by, it gradually became more and more of a quagmire. In the final stages of the war, both sides were exhausted and unable to continue fighting. The actual end of the war came about quite suddenly, though. An internal coup d'etat caused the collapse of the Global Union. With their opponents gone, the Congressional Knights emerged victorious, and this unprecedented world war effectively came to an end. The Congressional Knights had won a victory of sorts, but the path they chose to follow was not a bright one. These knights the people had elected were either chosen solely for their image, having had no political sense nor background whatsoever, or because they had promised concessions to the districts from which they hailed. Predictably, the post-war deliberations were a chaotic mess, and all attempts at reconstruction went nowhere. Feeling the limits of democratic rule, the leader of the Knights temporarily disbanded the council and attempted to make a fresh start. However, he was assassinated, and the world soon fell into chaos once again, exactly like it was during the war. The war was over, but order had not been restored, and little by little Filgaia fell into anarchy. In order to protect themselves, the survivors organized into villages and towns. Despite the harsh challenges, they're trying to make the best of a terrible situation. But they've got their hands full just trying to stay alive. The odds of them being able to improve their lives are, well... The Congressional Knights disappeared amidst all the chaos and confusion. After all the violence that took place, the peace that arrived seemed like one of tired desperation. But that wasn't the sort of peace people had fought for during the war. With no strength and no one left to build the future, civilization slowly but surely began to regress. That's the kind of world Filgaia has become in the last 10 years, or in the 10 years since the end of the war. Isn't there anything anyone can do? Everyone wants to do something about it, but in this world, sometimes there are things that you just can't do anything about. What would you do faced with something like that, Jude? I don't know, but I don't like the idea of doing nothing just because I don't know what it is that I should be doing. I really don't know what I should do, though. Yeah, I feel the same way, and I'm not one to just mope around, either. Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Hmm.
That's the limit.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Da da dun dun da da dun.
I'll use the lay point's power.
My turn.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Am I this much of a softie? Why am I getting mixed up in this?
Oh yeah, we have so that
Jump.
okay.
I'll do my best.
I'll stop them all.
Dun
It takes
dun.
more than muscle to win a fight.
Excellent. Of course, they won't level up. Yeah, I assumed. Just wanted to... Oh, I got it. Okay. I understand.
But I can't swim!
Not like that. Okay. Excellent. Said that the Global Union and the Congressional Knights were the ones fighting, right? There was one thing I didn't understand, though. Which side was the bad one? Kid, that's not how war works. Both sides had legitimate perspectives. That's what caused the war to drag on for so long. Besides, wars can't be categorized solely in terms of good and evil. But a lot of people suffered because of the war. Even if we can't say what's right and what's wrong, I still think it's safe to say that war is a sad thing. Yes. Well, you know how it is. People who throw around terms like good and evil usually have a few screws loose anyway. Seriously? Remember that good and evil can easily be reversed, depending on the time, place, and interpretation. That's how vague and hard... That's how vague and hard to pin down they are. Folks that were treated as brave soldiers and heroes during the war are now considered war criminals. Do you know what war criminals are? They're the people whose wartime actions have been judged as crimes. Although they were good at the time, the world later labeled them evil. Giancana, the soldier prince, Granada, the living bomb, they're all being held now on the prison island of Ilsvale. And Hauser, the Black Reaper, the hero of the Global Union, who has yet to be caught, at his trial from which he was absent. His prison sentences added up to over 4,000 years. Now do you see what I mean? To put it bluntly, good and evil are just labels, not truths. The only people who can use those words with a straight face are swindlers, egoists, and children. Are you trying to treat me like a kid again? But if you're saying it's true, that's kind of... You can figure out for yourself what's true and what's not as we go along. Facts don't always match up. The conclusions you reach yourself will ultimately decide what's true for you. Thanks, Rickwell. Yeah, I'm gonna think a lot and try to find my own truth. Everyone is evil. That's what it is. Nice. But powerful blow ought to open it. But dun 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 dun. There we go. Dun dun dun.
Jump! Huh? Whoops!
Whoops.
Jump!
Alright. Let's take this bomb. And I'm assuming this is what we need to do. Let me just... Bad omen. Rate of rent. Oh. Yeah, maybe not right now.
My turn! I'll destroy you! I've got to see for myself what I can accomplish. Darn, we missed it, huh?
Okay.
Whoa!
I just want to look at this statue. Am I supposed to... Oh, hold on. I'm supposed to light all of them together or something?
Too heavy!
There we go.
Where'd that come from?
There.
Look, I know that this mission was last minute and all, but I can't believe they sent me after some little girl.
What do you want with Yuli? Why can't you leave her alone? Why do we have to fight one another? The war... The war is supposed to be over, isn't it? So, why are you doing this?
The war over? What are you talking about? Is that what you think? That the war's over? What'll it take to open your eyes? If I beat her within an inch of her life and tear the rest of you to shreds, will you finally understand? You say you want peace, but what's that in your hand, huh? It's a weapon. And look at this city. It's dead. Just like the rest of this world. Destroyed by weapons. The war ain't over. Everybody is just pretending. Pretending not to see what's right in front of their damn eyes!
Okay.
Come on, let's see you use it. The power that sparked and fueled a war. Show me the power of arms!
But
Grant the power to stand once more!
Let's do this!
Ah! Maybe I'll give that a try.
I'll do my best!
I guess I'm out of danger, but... Well, okay, let's see what I can do.
mm-hmm.
timing!
Perfect! Spinning slash!
Ah!
Awesome.
What the? Think you're pretty good, huh?
Yes. Those are the kinds of people after Yuli. We were really lucky we managed to fight off someone like that. There's no way we'll be less lucky next time that happens. Hey, whoop.
Get ready!
You bunch of punks! I haven't lost, you hear me? That arm, it didn't beat me! Ah, screw the mission. Like I give a damn whether the brat's unharmed or not. I'm gonna rip her guts out!
The mission objectives must be executed at all costs. No excuse or deviation will be tolerated.
Kresnik, what are you, my keeper or something? Man, what an annoying bastard.
Listen, your assignment here entailed bringing in the girl unharmed. But if you allow your emotions to cloud your judgment, I'll have to report you in. And I'll be your judge, jury, and executioner. Right here, right now, if necessary.
Like I give a rat's ass about your rules. Stay out of my way, Kresnik. I don't need a wet rag like you cramping my style.
Yuli, okay. Take that. That guy, he referred to my arm has the power that sparked and fueled a war. Weapons such as arms are responsible for what happened to places like CL and the other town, aren't they? Maybe my power really can't protect anything. My power too was born from war. Even now, adults are pursuing me in order to obtain it. When you said I wouldn't be able to turn back, this is what you meant, right? Remember when I told you that there are both good and bad drifters, and that I wanted to be a good drifter? Yeah. Well, it's the same for you. You just need to focus on using your power for good, that's all. But I bet it's not as easy as it sounds, is it? I try my best, and though I don't know what I should do, I don't want to remain that way. I need to figure it out. Yes.
Jump!
Gunstar sign. I'll take it. Da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun.
Let's see now. I'll stir things up.
Time to say goodbye. All I did was lend my strength to beautiful bonds of friendship.
She is so close to leveling up. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum.
Over there!
I'll crush you.
I can't stand this!
We can't miss this chance!
They got me!
They got me. Okay. Dun dun dun. Hope we won't be facing any more wackos like that guy we ran into earlier, or else... Or else what? Well, it's just, you know, from the start I haven't been all that thrilled about this. I've been feeling like it's sure to get me mixed up in something bad. I'm sorry. If this is how you've learned to deal with life, I can't say I'm impressed. Stating your opinions after the fact and talking about how you were right all along isn't going to convince anyone of anything. Although Jude's younger than you are, even he knows better than that. Him? He's nothing more than a simple kid. I'm... what? Sorry, I just got scared and freaked out a little. I'm sorry, Yuli. It's okay, don't worry about it. Fortunately for us, we're not old enough yet to be expected to shoulder every burden in silence. If you're scared, then share that with us. Nobody's going to hold it against you. She's right, Arnaud. We're friends and partners, right? When something's wrong, go ahead and say so. We'll always be ready to listen. I know I'm in trouble when a kid has to tell me that. Alright, Jude. When that time comes, I'll be counting on you.
Jump!
Nice.
Customized sword! Dive attack!
That was nothing.
Nice. Dun 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 dun. There's a guy. You'll encounter these merchants during your journey. They deal in weapons, armor, and items. Great weather today, eh? And a perfect day for shopping, don't you think? This might be a good time to make sure you're not running low on items. Remember, the secret to a safe journey is to never pass up an opportunity to stock up. It's true. That is true.
Let's see now. This way.
Let's do this smartly.
Oh!
Hey, that hurt!
Time to say goodbye.
Okay. The facility where I grew up really wasn't an orphanage. It's a place where they performed research experiments and orphaned children they had gathered there. In exchange for room and board, we were subjected to various experiments day after day. Yuli. I made lots of friends there, friends who would suddenly disappear without a trace. Each and every night, we went to sleep, dreading the arrival of another day. Even after the war ended, that facility quietly continued with the experiments and our suffering. The facility was closed 3 years ago, and the remaining children taken in by foster parents. All of us prayed constantly that we'd never again have to return to that white orphanage. Bum bum ba dum bum.
Once more!
This should be interesting.
The one that got away always looks the biggest.
Dun 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 dun. It looks more like a large-scale medical facility than an orphanage. Other than that, it doesn't look that unusual. This is the block we lived in. Thinking back on it now, they probably wanted it to look like an orphanage from the outside. And the clues about my power aren't here, but rather... Yes, they'll be in the underground research facility. Inside that dark room. Even while they did all those things to us, the adults in the white coats kept saying, "Our task is to evolve the form that life takes." Evolve life by man's own hand? That's absurd. But that's what they said. Dun 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 dun.
Full speed!
Looks like some kind of odd without a fire lighting it. So I'll be right back really quick. Then we'll go through this, so I'll be back. And back. Alright. Some nice visual storytelling here, I'll say. Good stuff. What the heck?
Let's do this smartly.
Pressing the square button in the middle of the jump causes you to... Yes, I know. I know that.
Once more!
Not that clear on what evolution is, but is it really that special? Special isn't quite it. Evolution isn't something people can just do when they feel like it. For example, say we needed people with 2 or 3 feet long necks. What would we have to do to make those sorts of people? What are you talking about? Is this some kind of riddle? No. Listen. In order to make people with 2 feet long necks, you'd put everyone in an environment where 2 feet long necks are necessary. Then wait a really long time. Do that, and their necks will probably get 2 feet long. Eventually. Probably. What if they don't? Who knows? Generally, living things that are unable to evolve fail to adapt to their environment and die. Die? It's a story that's been repeated countless times throughout the history of Filgaia. Us humans, too, were born from such evolutionary processes which continue into the present. And research to accelerate these processes into the future may have taken place right here. That's what this means. Artificial evolution, it's definitely a little hard to swallow. Yes. dun dun dun.
Kick! Yeah! Huh. Jump! Hey! That's the limit!
And there we are. That should restore most of the facility's functionality. Didn't know you were so good with machines and stuff. Well, what do you know? What is it? Oh, it's just that it looks like this terminal gives me access to some interesting things. Interesting things? Leave this sort of thing to him. It's what he's good at. Yeah, I guess the teamwork too. Allelic character, gene manipulation, ribosomes, oligogenes, polygenes, environmental adaptation, mutation, transition, nanotechnology. What the hell? They really were working on accelerating evolution. Sounds ridiculous, but it's just like Yuli said. Looks like this really was an artificial evolution research facility. But how could they actually accomplish such a thing? Using viruses to alter genes, the acceleration of evolution with nanotechnology. That's tough for a regular human being like me to believe. Huh? What do you mean? To put it simply, the evolutionary process I explained to you a few minutes ago is called natural selection. It's a common theory that's been held for a long time. With natural selection, environmental and other factors can lead to some selection, but actual examples of evolution are rare. Consequently, a large number of evolutionary hypotheses have been proposed. One of them is the theory of viral evolution. It's nice that you're paying attention, but you don't have to pretend to understand. Oh. Yuli, you must understand at least a little about your power. But since it's so extraordinary, you decided that rather than tell us yourself, it would be easier if we learned about it here. Am I right? Yes, I'm so sorry. It's okay, this is your way of telling us about yourself, right? Well, I don't know everything about it myself, but I can tell you what my foster father, who was originally a researcher here, told me after the facility was closed. I think it might give us some clues about Jude's power. My power? assume we're gonna need to go back to that room at the beginning.
I can do it!
I'll do my best.
You picked the wrong opponent! I'm ready to go!
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
I have to be strong.
Try this!
The one that got away always looks the biggest.
Okay. Bum bum.
Okay!
Dun 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 dun.
I'll destroy you!
Now watch me in action!
Awesome.
My flashing blade shall pierce the darkness! Yeah!
I'm pretty confident in everything from the neck up. I'll finish you with this.
Okay.
That's plenty. Here I go.
It takes more than muscle to win a fight. Lay off a little.
I can do it.
Okay.
Let's do it! Yeah!
Come on, I need more than that.
Just get rid of it.
Time to get back to work.
Let's do it! Yeah!
Nice.
Our hard work paid off.
Good gosh. I'll take it. That's not. Dun, dun, dun. Do not accidentally press drop. Dun, dun, dun. Arctic Blade. Extra challenge. A ROM of the legendary extra challenge game. Okay. increases the probability of counterattacks.
Jump! Ha, go!
Dun 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 dun. Wait, I can't get whatever. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I can get but no, I actually can't now bring the staff because it's dropped down there and I can't jump with that. So it's there now. So oh well. Ba-da-dum-bum.
I'm still okay. Yeah!
Now watch me in action! Blast!
Gosh.
Let's do it! Here's our trump card!
My turn to show off!
I can do it! Try this!
Okay.
Gotta keep moving forward!
Dun dun. All right. Dum bum 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 bum. Bum dum bum bum.
Accelerator!
Bum 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 bum. course of our research into evolution, a number of other technologies were developed as well. Most of them were totally worthless, but a few were salvaged and put to use on the battlefield. One such technology incorporated the digitization of souls that were overcome by the fear, suffering, and other negative emotions inherent in humans. This data was then installed into the bodies of newly dead soldiers from the battlefield. There are records of an undead combat team created in this manner, and this unit's name is Jane Doe. Known only by this name, normally used for unidentified females, even the Congressional Knights only speak of them in whispers. What lies at the end of the road to evolution? Only death. In the evolutionary process of natural selection, life forms that reach a dead end and are unable to adapt to the environment die out. Then, just what kind of death awaits us at the end of artificial evolution? The answer is the death of human life as we know it. All test subjects who exhibit a rejection reaction to the gene manipulation transformed into grotesque life forms. The evolution mutants are sad byproducts which must be cast aside along the long and winding road of evolution. They are beings whose existence as normal humans has come to an end. But we must continue down the path to overcome death and create new life. All this for the sake of the future. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Hold on.
I'm pretty confident in everything from the neck up.
I'll do my best.
Let's do this! Okay.
That's fine. Okay. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum.
Jump!
Ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum.
I won't be afraid!
Time to cut
Do
loose!
not touch me!
Looks like it's payday!
This'll do it! Accelerate! Okay! How about this?
Too fun. Alright.
Let's do this!
I want to help!
Awesome. Dun 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 dun. Okay.
What the? It's functional? How can that be?
Well, I remember someone reactivating the facility.
Now it's my fault?
This isn't the time, you two. If you stand there arguing, it's going to get us.
Joint struggle! Dive attack!
Always getting into trouble, aren't you?
You can't keep me down!
Now you shall see my sword at full strength.
It takes more than muscle to win a fight.
No one should suffer.
I guess I'm out of danger, but...
Late boost!
There we go.
Timing! Perfect! Spinning slash!
we fight?
Nice. What the heck was that? Are they manipulated genes and sought to evolve life into new forms? The evolutionary mutant that attacked us just now was an unnatural life form. It was created by twisting other pre-existing life forms into something new. Some form of... yes. Some form of previously existing life forms. You mean like animals or insects? Or you can't mean... The facility took in quite a large number of children. Bitter medicines, the intense pain from immune rejection, the isolated operating table on which I had spent so much time. That's what my days were like, and as time passed, all my friends disappeared, one by one. Now that the facility is closed, even the children that were left there are probably... dead. Or... worse. I mean, it's... yeah, anyway. Don't cry, Yuli. I'm leaving so that I can better protect you, alright? So please stop crying, okay? And it's not just you. I'm going to protect the entire world. I'm going to assure a future in which everyone can live in peace. I have to go now, so please don't cry. I'd like to hear you sing, like you always used to. If you sing for me, I won't feel lonely, either. So please, Yuli. Yuli, what's wrong? You're spacing out. I'm sorry. I was just remembering some things that happened a long time ago. Where the monster came from, even though it attacked us, yes. After much research, experiments using virus-sized microscopic machines to directly manipulate DNA began. It had finally come to testing artificial viral evolution. The inborn characteristics of each individual test subject probably affected the results. An extremely small number of cases were identified as successes. Those included my older brother, the 19 other children who remained, and me. Your older brother? What happened to you? And your brother after that? Technically, the experiment was a success, but no one was able to provide the results the adults were looking for. I was categorized as a B+. The other children were all categorized as Fs, or lower. In other words, despite everything they did to our bodies, those adults decided we were defective. Defective? They treated you... You mean they treated people like objects? In this place, people, lives, they're all just test subjects. My brother was WG919F. I was WG920B+. Those ID codes were the only identities we had. Dun da da.
Let's rest for a bit.
Sir Augst came by for a visit to the research facility. Although I'd heard he was knowledgeable in nanomachine development, it appears he did not approve of our methods. Apparently he helped out with the sample acquisition, but I can't say he's a very rational or logical man. He kept telling these stupid jokes too. Anyway, attaining results is our number one priority, so who cares about the means to achieving them? After all, how can we help to accomplish such a monumental task while being shackled by petty moralizing? In the end, he took one of the test subjects with him. Besides, it was the Category F subject. What could he possibly hope to accomplish with something so defective? Failure of material drive experiment resulted in the regrettable loss of many research staff and large amounts of data. Found that Category Ds were simply unable to fully remove the image noise during the formation and calibration of the energy field. In addition, both the mind and body of the test subject were completely consumed by the nanomachine backfire. We later learned that the phenomenon was known as a resistance impulse. However, the loss of Category D subjects is of little concern to us, and we are now attempting to accelerate the creation of Category A's. The nanomachine cluster we obtained, Model HS, turned out to be a prototype intended for testing purposes only. Perhaps because of this, our research and development is not proceeding quite as planned. It is necessary for mankind to evolve into an entirely new species in order to open up our future. It wasn't our intent to create defective products such as evolutionary mutants. With the current state of affairs in this post-war period, the power of the Congressional Knights has dramatically decreased. As things stand now, however, this research facility is about to be shut down. Will this be the end of it all? Will human beings have no choice but to live in the world that has lost sight of its future? Sample required for the experiment to proceed has been obtained from our enemy, the Global Union. It's a nanomachine cluster boasting a high degree of sophistication. These nanomachines have been collaborated to activate in the presence of strong psychic abilities or minds. Thus, nanomachines which respond to a psychic link. A report regarding an interesting effect of utilizing these nanomachines is available as well. It mentions that with these nanomachines, there is a possibility that two minds could link to one another. Users in Category A or above who possess similar genetic profiles such as siblings or parents and children may be able to use this as a means for high-speed data transfers. Although this warrants further study, our current priority is to develop gene drivers who can activate the nanomachines. In order to achieve this, we must produce artificial gene drivers and evolve the human race.
Gotcha!
This connects!
The Marduk Gaze, the access unit to the terminal host, will soon be complete. With this, the access coefficient for Marduk will increase and better precision control should be possible. At the same time, the Category B test subject we've been anxiously monitoring will soon be ready as well. Artificial evolution has come a long way indeed. The birth of new life, of a new mankind, of those who will create a new future is almost upon us. The devices have been distributed throughout the planet in their default state, and now nanotechnology research has entered a new stage. We will control them through the terminal host Marduk, which is in orbit over the planet. The satellite, named after the god Marduk, who controlled the weather from the heavens, has already been launched into orbit. All that's left is to create a driver through evolutionary processes who can access and control it at will. And hello, Kyo. How are you doing? Good to see you. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I can help here! Let's see now! Our spirit will prevail!
Awesome.
How about this? Here I go! This'll do it! Jump! Go!
Dun, 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 dun. What?
Jump! Floor it!
Creates regardless of their size by sliding into them.
Oh!
Dun 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 dun. I don't understand. Was evolution so important to them that they had to do those horrible things to you? Evolution itself was just likely a means to an end. Their goal was to probably gain something from its success. Do you know what that something was, Yuli? It's... If you don't want to say it, perhaps I should tell them for you. You're that... Did you follow us? What did you think? You could get rid of me that easily? I'm a lieutenant of the Bryonic Forces. Or Bryonic, whatever. Or Brionac, whatever. I can't just go back with my tail tucked between my legs after losing to a bunch of kids. The Bryonic Forces, is that what you people is that what you people chasing after Yuli call yourselves? Were you also the ones who built this facility and did those terrible things to Yuli? No, stupid. Brionac doesn't do stuff like that. This is an artificial evolution lab which the Congressional Knights controlled during the war. They chose the path of evolution in their search for a way to mass-produce heroes. Basically, they wanted to create human weapons that could help them win the war. Mass-produce heroes? Weapons to win the war? Surely you've heard of Hauser, haven't you? He was the Black Reaper of the Global Union. The goal of the research that took place here was to create artificial gene drivers, or people that with arm compatibility. Their objective was to mass-produce heroes who were equal in power to Hauser himself. So many tears and so much blood was shed in this place. And yet, after all that, not a single one of us ever displayed complete arm compatibility. That's why these terrible experiments were abandoned and the facility was closed down. Yeah, that may be so, but... there is a gene driver right here. A human weapon. What? Me? The facility's databanks have no record of your existence. You're not a product of any experiments that took place here. In other words, you're a natural-born gene driver. That can't be. Are you saying I was born with this power? This power that they couldn't obtain even by doing all these terrible things to Yuli and her brother? Are you saying that my power's... that it's the power to control arms? Right you are. A heroic wonderkind who's got the power to control arms. Now this is getting interesting. What's so funny? There's nothing funny about it. Look, kid, I've got a job to do. I have to take this girl into custody. So tell me what you want to do. My orders said nothing about you, so if you want to run and hide, I'm not going to come after you. Jude, come on. My arm is the very power they wanted for the war. This thing is the reason why Yuli was made to suffer. Yet despite that, I'm going to use this power to protect Yuli. I promised her I would. I do like a R nod, like most of them, like, don't, just don't.
I've been waiting for this moment. After all, I've got a score to settle with you and your arm.
You'd fight for such little reason? No wonder the war won't end.
Jeremy's special ability, Inertia Canceller, not only allows him to cancel a reaction to an action, but also take another action on top of that. As such, Jeremy's actions are not determined by the battle turn order, so it is best to proceed with caution.
Time to cut loose!
Joint struggle! Dive attack!
It takes more than muscle to win a fight.
Okay,
Not quite what I was...
You can't keep me down.
I can't take much more.
Oh my gosh.
Time to say goodbye.
How can I lose? What the? No frickin' way!
Now you better leave Yuli alone.
If I could get Raquel to, like, be faster in combat in terms of turn order, that would be fantastic. Now I'm gonna... Jude, don't. Stop. Jude, stop. Don't go rushing in. Gotcha. I was just bluffing. Oh no. Don't get cocky, little brat. You may be an arm user just like Hauser, but there's no way I'm gonna let some kid get the best of me. My, what noble and selfless spirit you have. It only serves to annoy me. Little girl, bet you'd think I won't pull the trigger, huh? Jeez, this whole thing is such a pain. Screw this, I'm just gonna kill you all. What do you think you're doing? Huh? It can't be. But there's no way I would mistake him for another... Why is my brother Kresnik here? Ah. Did you say brother? Ah, now it all makes sense. You volunteered to keep an eye on me so that you could watch over your dear little sister from the shadows, huh? Are you betraying Bryonak, huh? Kresnik? The only traitor here is you, Jeremy. Remember, the highest priority of this mission is to secure the target, Yuli Athreed, whatever, completely unharmed. Or had you forgotten? You're always so damn serious about everything. Looks like there's a lot going on here, but this is our chance to run. Run where? Anywhere as far away from here as possible. Sorry, Yuli, but your tearful reunion will have to wait. Nice. We've received a transmission from the Eulalia, whatever. They've successfully secured the girl and are now en route to Gara de Leon. Just as planned. That's our Augst. No, it was the captain's ability, we have to think. After all, the Blue Destiny allowed us to see into the future and know that the children would take this path in their search for their roots. As advisor, I merely analyzed the captain's data and drew up what I thought was the best plan. I do not possess superhuman powers as you all do. So, an impressive, though it may be my only means to carry out assignments, is to use the information I obtain to build plans piece by piece. Yes, Brionac is a collection of people with superhuman abilities. That's exactly why we need someone like yourself. Without some normalcy to light our way, it would be difficult for us to remain standing on the battlefield filled with darkness. Oh, just look at how he needs you. I'm so jealous. Now, August. Things are about to get busy. The work of excavating and the divine weapon is nearing completion, and once we assemble the keys to unlock that seal, the High Council's future conception project can be put into motion. Light will shine once again upon this dying world. But will that project really bring light to Filgaia? You couldn't see into the future of the High Council members, right? That is correct. However, even if I cannot see into their future, I believe that we can work towards the same goals and proceed forward together. Just as you and I, though our thoughts may be different, are able to walk the same path. Yes, as for me, I don't care what kind of world it is, as long as you're there. I'll follow you anywhere, for the world you exist in is where I want to be. Bleh. Commander Farmel, you're not trying to keep the captain all to yourself, are you? We can't have any of that, you know. I hope you'll share him with me for at least a good portion of each day. Are you serious? Of course not, I'm only joking. But please do not forget that the captain is essential in the world to come. Your jokes are as difficult to fathom as ever. Looks like I may need to clone myself in the near future, just to satisfy everyone around here. But first, we must complete our mission. Oxt, continue to maintain communications with the Eulalia, will you? Yes, sir. After all, the mission can't be considered to be complete until everyone has returned safely to base. You sound like you're talking about a field trip. I checked the door we came through, but it's locked. So doesn't that mean that guy can't come after us? Always looking at the bright side, aren't you, kid? It also means we're trapped in here. Oh yeah. What the... An earthquake? No, it's... Great. It looks like we walked right into a moving trap.
Shall soon be ours, and Julia Trader. She is the key to bringing it about.
The means to shape the future, and to think we once opposed this line of thought. It has been a long journey indeed to reach this point.
Some truths can only be seen from afar. The people are so ignorant, and their ignorance serves only to cloud the future of our world. Then we shall burn all of those clouds away. Democracy cannot illuminate the future. For only the chosen ones are able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We who are the leaders of the future. We who are worthy to govern that future. We have the wisdom, We have the power! There is but one thing we still lack. Yet, with the shrouded sword and the key to the seal, we shall overcome that as well.
O ye fates, bring us the girl, the key to the future. Guide us as we raise the divine weapon from the depths of the earth.
I think we had to... Whoop. I think we had to take Yuli away from her brother right after they finally found one another. What is it, Arnaud? What are you up to? Are you thinking of a way for us to escape from here? Yes, of course I am, but... Well, it's really minor, but there's something that's bugging me. I feel like the facts aren't adding up, and it's making the truth difficult to see. The facts and what truth? Then that guy, Jeremy, wasn't it? He said that the facility where Yuli grew up was researching artificial evolution in order to mass-produce gene drivers with ARM compatibility. And that Jude wasn't a product of that research, but rather a natural-born gene driver. Wait. Exactly. Simply put, why are they after Yuli rather than Jude? Who is a complete version of what they were trying to create? There's more than one type of genetic ARM compatibility. My ability doesn't allow me to control ARMs directly, but I can interact with ARMs that are already active and adjust or control them. For example, my ability to perform material drives on the Guardian programs is an application of that ability. How does that work? I don't know the exact details myself. Apparently I can artificially control natural phenomena via microscopic ARM devices, which are distributed throughout the land and air. Localized weather control? No, it's got to be something more sinister than that. Perhaps some kind of meteorological weapon. Do you get what he's asking about? I understand that we should definitely leave Arnaud in charge of the thinking from now on. Yuli's power. The material drives on the Guardian programs are certainly impressive, but if power were their only concern, they'd be interested in Jude as well. It sounds like power isn't the only thing they're after. There may be a hidden truth lurking in between the facts and the real reason why they're after Yuli. Who cares? Their motive doesn't matter. Even I know that much. Protecting Yuli is what's important. if we're going to do that, we'll need to escape from here. That means there's only one thing for us to do. If we give up, it's all over. You think you can solve everything by rushing headlong into action, don't you? Kids, I tell ya. Now, is there a save?
Jump!
Yep, okay.
Ready to go!
Alright, but yeah, so that's going to be it for now. So, got a good bit done. We're in this place, so a lot more plot has been revealed, but still quite a lot of mystery. It's really cool. The fights are still difficult, so that's the thing. So, anyway. But yeah, so we'll be continuing this tomorrow afternoon, and yeah, we'll continue this tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll be continuing Elden Ring tomorrow evening, and yeah, so I am really liking this a lot. I wish we could get Raquel to be faster in combat. She is the slowest in terms of reflexes and whatnot, but she does. They miss her a lot, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just like, I would like for certain things about each one to be stronger. Jude's fine, and Arnaud's fine, but yeah. Anyway, so with that said, thank you everyone for watching, and as always, thank you for being awesome. And until next time.